Either you have a plan for your money or someone else has a plan for your money. 7 out of 10 people are being left behind because they're living paycheck to paycheck.
You have a complete country yokel with no education who does unbelievably well financially. And then you have this Harvard-educated Wall Street titan who loses everything at the same time.
Money is amoral. It doesn't care. It is a tool. A hammer is not good or bad, except how you use it. You could use a hammer for really good to build something. You could use a hammer for murder. Same with money. I came to the terms with money in this way because I think that money is an accelerator to whatever is inside of you. So if you are not a great person and you want to do bad things in the world, money is really bad to be in your hands. If you're a good person and you want to do good in the world, money is really good to have in your hands. And as long as you can stay true to that thing inside of you, then money is actually just an ability for you to build the world that you want as opposed to live in somebody else's.
Another great example of this in business is Bill Gates, who in the 1970s, when he started Microsoft, took the biggest optimistic swing any entrepreneur's ever taken, and by saying like, there's going to be a computer on every desk in the world. Like the craziest bold vision anyone's ever taken. At the same time, he managed Microsoft as conservatively as you possibly could in terms of like tons of cash on the balance sheet, no debt. He always said that he wanted enough cash in the bank so that Microsoft could make payroll for 1 year with no revenue. The most conservative way you can run a business. At the same time, he's taking this ridiculous swing for the fences. And I think there are so many other businesses that are just as good, if not better, at creating products than Microsoft might be. But they were managing the business with an equal level of optimism, of like leverage and debt, and they eventually just get wiped out. They run themselves over a cliff. So Gates could take massive optimism and crazy pessimism and be like, these things are gonna coexist at the same time. And that's an analogy for how a lot of people do well over time. Like the person, like the pure optimist runs over a cliff. The pure pessimist never gets out of bed.
Today, there's a hustle culture that happens about hard work will equal wealth. And that is actually not true at all. And we have seen over time, if hard work would equal wealth, then the person who runs my laundromat would make just as much as Jeff Bezos. For the 60 seconds that Jeff Bezos is in the video, how much money Jeff Bezos is making every single second as he walks around the factory. And it shows that he makes, let's say, X millions of dollars per second. And so by the time my laundromat owner has picked up his coffee, put it in his mouth, Jeff Bezos has already lapped him multiple times for the year. Now, why? Jeff doesn't work as hard as the guy who's laying actual bricks or actually cleaning the roof. And so I think we have to ask ourselves if this idea of just work harder, what's your work ethic? That's not true anymore, especially in the age of AI. The more I think about AI as a total normie, I'm not a big tech person. I'm almost like boomer incapable in many ways with tech. But the more I think about it, the more I think it will enable all of us to have massive knowledge.
The more you are snubbed while poor, the more you enjoy displaying being rich. So if you grew up poor and people made fun of you, bullied you, that's your insecurity. Once you get some money, when you're an adult, you're like, I'm going to show them. I'm going to show that bully who made fun of me when I was 7 years old. I'm going to make fun of him by buying a big house and a fast car and a flashy watch. And that's why you're doing it. I think that's a big thing, that a lot of our behaviors, mine too, are just echoes from things that happened years, decades, sometimes generations ago. Getting rich versus staying rich, which are two completely different skills. Getting rich usually requires being an optimist, swinging for the fences, taking a risk. Staying rich is almost the exact polar opposite. It requires a degree of conservatism and pessimism and worst case scenario thinking. And to do well over time, you need to marry both of those, like Jekyll and Hyde personality together. You have to have both in equal amounts. You have to be very optimistic about the future, your own future, the country's future. You have to be optimistic to get rich. It's required. And you have to acknowledge how difficult it's going to be between now and then.
You don't need to do amazing things to end up okay financially over time. You just have to consistently not screw up for long periods of time. Avoiding catastrophic mistakes is more powerful than any fancy financial tip can ever bring.
Passive income is a tax statement. So like the actual words passive income versus active income are real per the government. But is passive income in the fact that I will make money if I do nothing and I take X amount of risk and X amount of my money in order to do something. No, that's a total lie. And I think anybody who tells you that this will be completely passive income, there's a red flag, immediate red flag. I mean, I own a bunch of vending machines. Vending machines are often something people call passive income. Let me tell you what's not passive. A vending machine. They break all the time. People break into them. They don't make that much money per machine. And also, they make a ton of money on aggregate. And they're great for many things once you have hundreds of them or thousands.
Either you have a plan for your money or someone else has a plan for money. Lots of people have a plan for your money. The automatic economy is driven by your phone. Okay, that phone that we hold all day long is a money magnet. Think about that as a money magnet. What do I mean by that? That means this tool is either helping you build wealth or it's taking wealth away from you. A lot of people right now are missing hope when it comes to their money, which is impacting their life. So I believe that nobody should be left behind when it comes to money. That's why I've spent 30 years of my life teaching people about money. And so the challenge right now in this country, honestly, Mel, we're leaving people behind. In this country right now, 7 out of 10 people are being left behind because they're living paycheck to paycheck. Because that means if you're driving down a street and there's 10 houses, 7 of those 10 are living paycheck to paycheck. So if you're living paycheck to paycheck, if you've got credit card debt, you maybe have student loans, and you don't have hope, I promise you, you will see the light at the end of the tunnel. Compound interest is the 8th miracle of the world. That's what Einstein said.
So much of spending in our society, after basic needs are met and after things that actually impact you are met, is spending money to show other people how much money that you have. Most of whom are strangers who are not even paying attention to you to begin with. I heard this structure that I thought was so good. It was a high-end Toyota is a nicer car than an entry-level BMW. Or you could also say a suite at the Hyatt is a nicer room than a basic room at the Four Seasons. There's various ways that you could spin this. And I think a lot of what it is the high-end Toyota is filled with things that are good for you. Comfy seats, good sound system, moonroof, whatever it is. The entry-level BMW is purely bragging rights. You're paying for the emblem. That's all you're paying for. To show other people, like, look at me, look how great I am. If you can just dispose of that in your life with the need to impress strangers outside of your core family, friends, coworkers, whoever it might be, who want you to be a good person. If you can dispose of that, I think that is a financial asset on your balance sheet that could literally be worth millions of dollars to you. Just lacking the need to impress strangers. If you don't feel that your options in life are good, you become more risk-seeking. Part of risk-seeking is might as well spend the money today. Why would I save it for the future? If you feel like there's no reward to saving and investing it for the next 30 years, then you won't do it. You'll just spend it all today. You'll spend it on clothes, travel, whatever it might be. And to the extent that you're going to quote unquote investing in, it's going to be day trading on Robinhood kind of thing. So this is a very different mentality.